Hey, it's Frank from Rodeo Rewind, and you are?
I'm Anthony.
He's Anthony. And today we have two different little segments here. The first one is I had a chance to, they're both me this time,
Yeah.
but we were at Royal Gorge in Colorado, and there was a guy working on maintaining the bridge.
He was an inspector.
Yeah.
So he inspected the bridge just to...
So we had a little impromptu interview with him, and we talked about how do you do it? And I was curious how he got past things, and he showed us. It was pretty interesting, a little scary, but awesome to meet with him. And then we also met with...
somebody from Justin Sports Medicine team in Cheyenne while we were out there.
Yep.
We got a chance to interview with them.
And they're hugely important.
They also worked at... The person we interviewed also worked at the
Air Force Academy. So thank them for their time. Yes. So I guess let's go check it out.
Interviews.
So Anthony, you wanna tell people who I did both interviews this week. I can't believe I did both of them, but do you want to tell people about who I met with first?
Yeah. So first we're gonna go to an interview we did at Cheyenne Frontier Days. They're still getting out some information from there. But Justin Sports Medicine team, one of the members there, they're a hugely important group of guys and girls.
They sure are.
So we also met one of our early interviews, for those of you who actually watched in the beginning.
Right, we
interviewed
Mike Johnson
and early in Goshen.
And he was walking out of sports medicine.
Earlier videos. And he was walking out of sports medicine. We talked for a little bit. That was great. So
he had a little injury, but they took care of him. Thank you, Justin Sports Medicine.
Let's get into that.
Hi, it's Frank from Rodeo Rewind. We're still in Cheyenne. It's been an amazing few days here, and we thought it would be really interesting for us to visit with sports medicine. I'm here with Miss Sheri, who's with Justin Sports Medicine, and I found out you also are at the U.S. Air Force Academy.
Yes, sir.
So I was just hoping, how did you get started in sports medicine?
Well, I'm originally from Wyoming, so growing up around rodeo and ranching, it kind of came naturally. I found out that athletic trainers are a pretty huge part of Justin Sports Medicine, and just kind of coming back to our roots and helping the cowboys is definitely something that interested me. This is about 20 years that I've been doing this, and it's, where most of us are all volunteers, the athletic trainers. We also work with some doctors, some physicians in the area, but most of us volunteer our time for this, so it's definitely a passion that we all have.
Thank you for doing it too, because it allows us as fans to see cowboys and cowgirls compete.
Exactly.
One of my questions was, how much of your daily routine here is it helping athletes maintain where they are so they could get back out on the dirt, or how much of it is you're dealing with something happened today?
It's kind of a combination. I would say a majority of it is the guys coming in between rodeos, and the guys and the gals needing something. Justin Sports Medicine covers about 100 rodeos a year, and a lot of times they'll know that we're here in Cheyenne, so it might be guys just coming down I-25 or going across I-80 and knowing that we're here. A lot of them are, they've had injuries at a previous rodeo, and so we have a computer system with injuries that we kind of keep up with that. So a lot of it is doing some treatments, giving them some preventative type things to do down the road. Some of it is acute injury, of course. That's one of the reasons why we're here in the arena. But luckily, we don't see a ton of that all the time. We, of course, do that at each rodeo. But I would say a majority of our day is just helping the guys with injuries, injury prevention, taping, all of that kind of stuff.
And so how does one go about getting into sports medicine?
Well, I was active duty in the Air Force back in the early 90s, and I had quite a few orthopedic injuries myself. And so I knew I wanted to do something in the medical field. I knew I wanted to stay involved with sports. So athletic training was kind of the way to do it. We get paid to watch sports, and it's a pretty good deal. It
is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I love my job.
You can tell you've smiled the entire time, which is great. Any words of advice or any tips for someone who's young who might be like, I would like to consider getting into sports medicine?
Yeah, I mean, nothing's out of the question for anybody to shoot for the stars. If you want to do it, do it. Athletic training and sports medicine, athletic training specifically is a master's degree program now, and you have to graduate from an accredited program. Like I said, it is a master's degree, and then you sit for a national exam, kind of like doctors sit for their boards. But yeah, I mean, anybody can do it. We need more and more athletic trainers. We need our cowboys. We need all of our athletes to be taken care of.
I think a lot of math and science, it sounds like.
Yes, yeah. A lot of medical stuff, a lot of memorization, a lot of kinesiology, anatomy type things. Yes, sir.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Hope to see you again sometime.
Yeah, that sounds great. Thank you for your time.
All right, bye.
That was a great interview we did at Justin Sports Medicine. They're out of their RV in Cheyenne Frontier Days.
It was fun. It was well worth.
Who are we gonna go to next?
So we are gonna take you on our adventure to Royal Gorge, and we were on the world's highest suspension bridge in the entire world, and I had a chance to visit with an inspector and found out how he did his job. So we should check that video out.
Talk a little bit about that. So we went with one of our buddies who has season passes there.
Yep.
And then the week after we left, she actually saw a few bighorn sheep.
Bighorn sheep?
Yeah, bighorn sheep there. Right on the bridge. It was pretty cool to be on that bridge.
It was a very neat place to go. I can't wait to go back. Maybe this year we'll go again. So check out that video. We'll see you in a couple minutes.
The one unloaded, I just released.
And then what are you looking for when you're checking out the bolts?
Just making sure they're tight.
Okay. And then the cables, how often do cables get replaced?
These cables?
Any of them, yeah?
Any of them? As needed.
As needed. Are there like dates like on an amusement attraction, there's like, they're dated like after 6 months or after 4 years or 16 months, you just replace things, certain things?
I have certain things like that. Most of the goods you have here is original.
Really? It's pretty amazing. Well, thank you for sharing.
What happens when one of them is rotting?
Like one of what? The planks?
Yeah.
All those planks, we replace several of those every year. So they're just on a rotation.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm low enough to not make a big difference. 77 is the last one. Okay.
Well, thank you.
So this is the last one? Alright, well, I'll check out this last one.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, you're welcome, sir. Have a great day.
It's another week in the books for Rodeo Rewind. Thank you all so much for joining us on all our rodeo experiences and adventures. We're going to have some really fun stuff coming up in the next couple weeks. There's so many finals. We have international finals.
PBR teams finals this weekend.
And
IFR is this weekend. PBR teams finals is this weekend.
Yeah.
And then we got one buddy in each of those.
Yeah,
So,
and we're going to start posting some stuff on social media so you could keep up with us there, because we're going to not be as much video for a couple weeks. Then December, we're back out on the road.
right, for a little
So we'll
bit.
get some more stuff for that.
And then, so next week, so just to make you come back, it actually kind of sometimes works. So we got an interview. We got not necessarily an interview, but it's a talk with one of our friends who's a graphic designer for Rocketbook.
And what are we going to do?
And we're going to do a tournament of PBR teams logos in honor of the first season ending this weekend.
So yeah, we're gonna see what logo is the best PBR team's logo. It's gonna be awesome, and join us next week.